Well, guys, here's another talking speech. No rap or freestyle right now. What I will say, some quick facts about the, Frody, Lewactor system in heaven. And it's to say that I'm here and nobody else here. The only question I asked was if women love men or celebrity rap kings for their valor, swag, or their friends. Which one are they there for? And that'll tell you where they stand. Because as a man, when I was in the earth, I only had, speaking from the perspective of Kako Smurf Cabs. Yeah, Kako Smurf Cabs, the one that was in heaven. Because if I don't, then I won't have this in the records in heaven. The records for heaven, not earth. Because this is after the been the checking. This way after the been the checking. So if y'all still here, y'all blessed. That's all I'm saying. You are blessed after the been the catching. And so, when God created man, he did it from heaven. Yeah, and then now, if I create a new world, or I found a new one, sorry, I'm going up from man, so the things of man is my ground. Yeah, so I'm not the same as Tayo ever was, and never could be. So the things I have and do is not what he said. But if somebody is stranded in heaven with me, then they would not be out of a frame without me. And that's it. And they need to explain to me what the Frody Lewactor system really is. Because I myself was at Tajo and I couldn't see it. But somebody can explain it to me because I didn't understand it. It's to say that I'm here and somebody else can be here. And that's it. And I'm not going anywhere yet, but I'm almost am. I just had to get to the point where the Pecatio resin was some new stuff that was made from Korea, ancient Egypt, Hilo Regos, Pico Mandays, and Chadadadas mixed all together on the life of the stillborns, which is a curse they said in the 90s, drunk, and they ain't care, right? It went to everybody today, at a certain time in the sky, right? So if the chosen here, he getting attacked, it's a mistake, I promise, in every which way. But if people here, and they know sorcery Raj, white people and black people did something so bad yesterday, in the old days, in the 90s, that they didn't think of the thing of it. Like, they didn't think it was something, right? They left and kept going. Now, these things are pleocentrad for me, not the opinion of my loser brethren. Weirdo, so that's facts. Because at the best, weirdo, for who I am, they can shoot or do something bad to me. But that's it. But they can't stop somebody who already won and already passed the finish line like Kitty. And that's it. Yeah, I don't want to speak on these things, but it makes me reactionary when it happens. So if I get attacked in the afterlife, I will incorporate it. But I don't mean that I'm fully in cabbage with everything that happens. That's it. But anyways, the Frody Lewactor system is my main source of piatajos, because with that, they can understand something that I can't in the earth, in the flesh. And I love it. It's more things going on than you can see. If I'm not the one that was here, how these speeches right here matter at certain times of these could be, like right thee. But yesterday they couldn't tell the difference between me and an ant that was on the earth. So that should tell you these spirits are not in their function, they can't yet Jedi's. And if they're trying to steal something from somebody who is righteous tolerant, then they not the ones going to heaven. But if it's so many of them you can't see it, they got a full takeover effort over Oblivion. Now, if I had ringworms and things like that, I understand it. But if somebody gave me something in the afterlife and did an experiment from Russia to see if I could hand it, then that is not something that was candy. So I don't have these things, because if I did, these people would say I did. And so if they check me, they'll see I'm perfect without a slang of sin. They'll see I'm perfect without sin in the afterlife, and I'm perfect in every other way. Because even if I had facial features like Mike, I wouldn't care about anything else but say. Because that's the reason for the great. And Mike is not somebody y'all know, me either. But yes, I do. But if y'all knew Tim, it was the same thing. But they told me it was somebody else, bro, here. I got to get caught up for 3 days of hell rides. Because I've been getting attacked, taken through the bungalows and the underground sorcery lodges, in the sacrifice of street rain in the afterlife. So for 3 days, I ain't said a thing. And I got to get caught up on all this happening. The next people that was there with the Kayajas, they was getting shot by the police, and they didn't know it. I'm behind some of the shootings, but not the way you think or expect. It's just the fact that the righteous talk was so much that anything else that was there moved out the way in space-time in every which way, and will always do so. The things they say to me is so personal that they call the police with it at the same time while they're breaking the law and telling me that they did it with the same mind. Now, if you tell a civilian that, I don't know what else to say. It's a living. I don't know what else to believe, but I ain't gonna keep bombarding myself with these, because I got a heck of a lot more to say with the keys. Now we are in a certain time period at Earth that nobody else cares about. I was being removed from something that I deserve and I'm supposed to have rightfully and righteously, and nobody else cared about it. I got stood up with law enforcement and gang member Ideobloblisity, and it was quick, and I couldn't move left, right, or say nothing else. And I was more advanced than a rapper named Big L, and New York City knew it early on in advance. That should tell you where I'm at with the stance. They know this every month, and then every month they forget on the 4th month. So understand that every 4th month they forget in order to be course cut on the clip, on the kid. And so I left, and that was it. Because when they say leave, I do it. But when they tell me to stay, I don't react or respond. But they reacted me through it, and they talk to everybody else with the guns about it. Don't tell me anything but spew it, and that's out it. These women that insulted me last night was so bad, let me tell you. Nothing happened last night. It was no sex or no games or no orgies or nothing of that nature. Because that's not my lifestyle, nor my life preferences or choice. Why that is subject to relative relief. But I personally was not somebody that was chosen for the beef or the streets. But the things that I go through is tormented, is worthy from the afterlife first, and then the earth. Because everything I go through in the spirit starts in the afterlife. My life was different than most, because I was blessed with the tabernacle or chakra dazo when I was born. Now, I don't sound like anything in particular, but I could if one man said it, and a lot of people was around him, and it'll become true. These things I say are true. Spreaker is safe, to be honest. They keep my recordings like they have everybody else's. It just so happened that I'm going through something that's abnormal. Now, if they needed any type of protection, I can supply that for you. But I am purely afterlife first. But I got all the same things that the police have, naturally, by myself, at my birth. Which is why I am somebody that is not rival under the SAJs. Because I can do it, because it's righteous and legal. But if they say it's not legal, then they became a blood gang, which is something I don't like to speak of, because I don't know the streets of. But they put me in a position of having to learn the street stuff against my will and against my knowledge and territory effort. But all these people was here blessed, and everybody took me through the Tram Act Kanjade last night. And the Tram Act was so bad that I got so pissed off that I couldn't even stand it or know it or understand it. And they see me do things in my flesh or the spirit body that I myself have no knowledge or awareness of. And it's so humiliating and so embarrassing to me that I didn't even know it was embarrassing or humiliating. And so they show it to women that they trying to bring to hell. So I got to the point where I said, okay, they can have them. And so the women gone, and they would not go. But I'm not the one chosen to tell you that, because you wouldn't believe who I am unless you heard this song. And that was it. And so the speech was Pietajes. It was perfect and I sold you like the rest of them. But these speeches are record bookkeeping in heaven, not the ones in the earth. And just because it's there, I did it and won. But if I didn't say it, then it wouldn't be there. But all the other stuff still will, like this will. And so that's it. But everything organized reasonably, according to all the things it best can and needs to be like up in sky. Yeah, for heaven and earth. These things are not a problem for somebody that already been there. But if I was new kids, then I'll tell you. But if people need to know facts, truth, and understand it sometimes, then we realize we getting through the point of the rebellion. Because if I don't tell people who they are, then they'll tell me that I'm doing something like the devil. When I'm not, and I'm totally the opposite of the cart. So I had to tell them. I'm an extreme opposite. The opposite to the extreme heights of high, of the devil. And the devil is not someone to play with or bother with. But if the devil is attacking me, then I need to know it. But if God was, then it's the devil. And if God was attacking me, then he is the Lord. So if God was the Lord and God was the devil, then I was nothing in particular for the sword. But if I was here and there and up there and back here at the same time, like forward Kane Kine or Chat Tekken, then I was doing something like the Mord. Wydro though, like the Morse. Cause I was doing something better than Mikey on the sighted horse. All right, that's done rapping though. Hey, cause I gotta say something different. But I didn't tell them that I was here for it. I ain't tell them I was here to fight. But if spirit creatures told me I was somewhere there, then they understand it. For people who didn't know the afterlife, yeah, these are things you can hear. And the peculiar thing about me is, what the Bible tells you, it cut off at the end of the age of Saturday, where people start listening. But with me, it goes to hell judgments, and then they hear it still when I speak, even though it ain't no speakers or it ain't no source of the voice rage. Bless, Kedros. And so the afterlife is lucrative, but if I own it, then everything else will make sense. So yeah, it sounds crazy for me to say it until you know the story. Everything else I said, yeah, for somebody to say if I own the afterlife, then you understand why everything else is. But you wouldn't have to explain nothing for the Kiopratia system in heaven, which needs these constant refrigos to the day where y'all know cable, SEO code of evidence. Yeah, Mexican. Yeah, Mexican, which I know. And so God bless all of them. Yeah, whatever they call God, because I do things they understand, but not all understand. For the women, the Cinnabob Chayete Kid Go Lucid Man now, Joes, means that they can stay if they want to, but they can't play if they going to. That's different. Meaning these women go to heaven, but it's not related to me in any which way. Yeah. Well, yep, another battle won. Yeah, but the people that are saved, they are not mine, but they are. Yeah. But if they did something that they didn't want to do, then later on they'll feel different in the body heart. I wouldn't care, neither would they. God bless Shinokadaej. And then that'll be it at the end of the Sakura coffin. Let's say Raj. So the Frody, yeah, I got Reg, y'all. Because that's the main thing about me and my Ideobloblisity, which is something they can look up in the afterlife about somebody's soul, which is not unrighteous to be killed. God,